$23 billion. That's the estimated amount schools across Michigan need for necessary infrastructure work over the next 10 years. And that number is just a baseline.
The State Department of Education tells TV5's James Felton what's needed to ensure our schools make the grade. James?
I spoke with the Deputy Superintendent of the Michigan Department of Education Division of Business, Health, and Library Services, who tells me this issue needs to be addressed.
We are a state that does not have a specific line item to address school infrastructure on a recurring basis.
Diane Golzinski is the Deputy Superintendent for the Division of Business, Health, and Library Services at the Michigan Department of Education. She tells us in 2023, state lawmakers approved funding for a statewide school facility study. 93% of schools participated in the 18-month study. That included more than 243 million square feet of school building space. The study looked at health, safety, and wellness components of K-12 instructional school buildings. It found that $23 billion is needed over the next 10 years to address infrastructure work in schools across Michigan.
$23 billion would be needed just to get those buildings up to current level expectations, not even to exceed expectations or go beyond.
Golzinski says heating, ventilation, air conditioning, plumbing, roofing, electrical, and fire protection were all covered in the study. She tells us having this adequate infrastructure would mean better results for all students.
If we can't address a student's basic health needs, they can't be the best student possible, and therefore they will not score well on those standardized tests meant to indicate what level of proficiency our students are at.
Golzinski says state lawmakers are aware of the study's results, and she hopes they take action.
Dr. Rice, as our state superintendent, has said that we need to see a statewide referendum. We need to see some kind of reliable, consistent funding stream to help districts address their aging infrastructure.
Golzinski tells us that $23 billion price tag will only go up the longer the can is kicked down the road.
If we care about Michigan's future and we care about Michigan's children, we need to make this a priority.
The state superintendent expressed appreciation for the increase in school funding over the last 3 years, but he indicated that public school funding is still billions of dollars short of where it needs to be. Back to you.
Thank you, James. The state superintendent is calling for a statewide referendum to address aging school infrastructure. He says it would involve residents collecting petition signatures to put a vote on the ballot.